Close your eyes and imagine the first human who ever got high. They didn't have bars. They didn't have breweries. They had a forest. And one day, one brave ancestor ate something they probably shouldn't have. What happened next changed the human brain forever. This is the story of how humans learned to get high and why we never stopped. The oldest evidence goes back 13,000 years. In a cave in Sicily, researchers found grape residue on pottery. But the real story starts much, much earlier. Before humans were humans, primate ancestors knew the buzz. Monkeys sought out fermented fruit on purpose. They ate until dizzy, then slept in a tree. Alcohol wasn't an accident. It was a discovery. Once discovered, humans never looked back. Fermentation happens naturally. Leave fruit in the sun. Our ancestors figured this out quickly. The desire for alcohol shaped human agriculture. Why grow grain for bread when you can grow grain for beer? Ancient Sumerians brewed beer 7,000 years ago. They had a goddess of beer, Ninkasi. Beer was safer than water in many ancient cities. Boiling killed bacteria. Alcohol kept it sterile. Workers in ancient Egypt were paid in beer. That's how valuable it was. But alcohol was only the beginning. Long before beer, there were mushrooms. Psychedelic mushrooms grow on every continent. Reindeer in Siberia ate them and acted strangely. Ancient humans copied them. The oldest evidence of mushroom use is 10,000 years old. Sahara cave art shows mushroom-headed shamans. These were not recreational. They were sacred. Shamans used them to reach the spirit world, or what they believed was the spirit world. This felt like entering another world. They built religions around this experience. In South America, tribes still use ayahuasca. The brew reshapes perception of reality. Andean humans used San Pedro cactus for 3,000 years. They carved tablets showing humans transforming into animals. The line between human and animal blurred. The Oracle of Delphi inhaled mysterious vapors. The vapors came from a geological fault line. People traveled for weeks to hear her prophecies. They believed God spoke through her. She was just very, very high. Every civilization had its intoxicant of choice. Humans were determined to change their consciousness. They experimented with everything: leaves, roots, berries. Some worked. Some killed them. They kept trying. Beer was just the start. Humans wanted stronger. Distillation was invented around 800 AD. Alcohol comes from Arabic al-kul. Distillation concentrates alcohol far beyond fermentation. Now humans could get drunk faster than ever. Europe had a gin craze in the 1700s. 1 in 5 London buildings was a gin distillery. People drank gin instead of eating. The government stepped in with strict laws. But humans always find a way. By the 1900s, alcohol was a global industry. But it wasn't just alcohol that shaped history. The opium trade sparked wars between empires. British merchants sold Indian opium to China. China tried to stop it. Britain started a war. 2 opium wars were fought over drug rights. Millions of people became addicted. That's how powerful these substances are. Coca leaves were chewed for energy for thousands of years. The pure chemical was isolated in the 1880s. Sigmund Freud recommended it for depression. Coca-Cola originally contained cocaine. That's where the name comes from. Addiction spread across America by 1900. Then came the war on drugs. Prohibition has never really worked. In 1920s America, prohibition caused crime. Gangsters like Al Capone made millions. The pattern repeats with every banned substance. The global drug trade is worth hundreds of billions. That's more than the global film industry. Humans have spent millennia chasing altered states. Every generation thinks they invented it. But there is a dark side to this story. Addiction is as old as intoxication itself. Ancient Rome had a word for wine addicts: vinolentus. The Aztecs banned public drunkenness for commoners. Only priests and the elderly could drink. The rules were ignored, just like today. The Inca used coca leaves in religious ceremonies. They also knew it could be abused. They controlled who had access and when. Every culture discovered intoxication's dangers. The human brain is wired to seek pleasure. These substances hijack that wiring. Curiosity can end in destruction. Here is the paradox. These substances have also been used as medicine. Opium was the only painkiller for centuries. Alcohol was used as antiseptic before modern medicine. The line between medicine and poison is dose. Ancient humans respected the dose. We forgot this lesson. So, where does that leave us today? Alcohol is legal. Many psychedelics are not. Psilocybin may treat depression. MDMA is used to treat trauma in trials. The war on drugs is becoming peace. That doesn't mean they're completely safe. The same power that heals can destroy. Your ancestors knew this balance intuitively. They didn't have studies or regulations. They had experience passed down for generations. The first human who ate that mushroom changed everything. We still feel the ripple effects of that decision. Every drink connects to that moment. It started 13,000 years ago with one bite and a very curious mind.